Hello, my dear friend. My name is Ankit Singh, and in this video, we are going to discuss about calcium. Basically, we deal with 4 points. First, a general introduction about calcium. Second, their different sources. Third, daily requirement of calcium. Fourth, biochemical functions of the calcium. So, let's start one by one. First is about calcium, means general introduction. In human body, there are 1 to 1.5 kg of calcium is present. Out of that, 99% of calcium is present in the bones and teeth, and remaining 1% of calcium is present in the extracellular fluid. Second point, that is source. A rich source of calcium is cow milk. It contains 100 milligram of calcium in 100 ml of milk. Moderate source means medium source of calcium is egg, fish and vegetable. Low source of calcium is wheat and rice, which we daily consume. Third, daily requirement of calcium. An adult needs 500 mg calcium per day. A children need 1200 mg calcium per day. A pregnant and lactating woman need 1500 mg calcium per day, and a person whose age is more than 50 years or old person, aged person, require 1500 mg calcium per day. Now, fourth point is biochemical functions of calcium into a human body. First biochemical function of calcium is that calcium acts as a metal activators which increase the activity of enzyme. Take two example: adenyl cyclase and calcium dependent protein kinase. This two is a enzyme, and this two enzyme is activated by metal activators. Calcium activated by metal activators. Metal activators means here calcium work as a metal activator which increase the activity of enzyme. This too is a enzyme, and this too enzyme activity is increased by the help of metal activators calcium. Now, second biochemical function is that we know in a human cell there is a one organelle called endoplasmic reticulum. Similar to that endoplasmic reticulum, in the cell of muscle there is a sarcoplasmic reticulum, and this sarcoplasmic reticulum release the calcium ions, and these calcium ions activate the ATPase. This ATPase is increase the activity of myosin and actin protein, and when the activity of myosin and actin protein is increased, it causes excitation and contraction of muscles. Let me to repeat it once again. Sarcoplasmic reticulum secrete calcium. This calcium is going to activate the ATPase. When ATPase is activated, it increases the activity of myosin and actin protein, and when myosin and actin protein is activated, then it causes excitation and contraction of the muscles. Now move to third biochemical function of calcium, that is nerve conduction. We know that our signal is transmitted through a nerve tissue, and nerve tissue has two regions. That two region is presynaptic region and postsynaptic region. To conduct our nerve impulse from presynaptic region to postsynaptic region, calcium is help. So calcium helps in the transmission of nerve impulse from presynaptic region to postsynaptic region. Fourth biochemical function of calcium is that calcium helps in the secretion of certain hormones like insulin, parathyroid hormones, calcitonin, and vasopressin. Fifth biochemical function of calcium is that calcium acts as a secondary messenger for the transport of glucagon. Without calcium, glucagon is not transported into the blood. So, calcium acts as a secondary messenger for the transport of glucagon into the blood. Now, next biochemical function of calcium is that vascular permeability. Calcium decreases the passage of serum from the capillary. Means here you concentrate. Suppose this is our artery. This fine branches is your capillary and this is your veins. Calcium do not allow to pass a serum from this capillary region. Okay, calcium do not allow to pass a serum from this capillary region. Now, next function of calcium is that calcium helps in the formation of bones and teeth. Next function of calcium is that calcium helps in the clotting of blood. When calcium is bind with prothrombin, it makes thrombin, and this thrombin helps in the coagulation of blood so that blood which is flowing from our vessels is stopped.